Hello, everybody. Welcome to a brand new week on House of Games. I'm Richard Osman. I'm joined by 4 famous faces. All week, they're going to be answering ridiculous questions in ridiculous rounds, and at the end of the week, someone's taking home a ridiculous trophy. This week, we have for you a stand-up comedian, a baker, a presenter, and an actor. Absolute textbook House of Games. They are Stephen Bailey.
Hello.
Crystelle Pereira.
Hello.
Amanda Lamb.
Hello.
And Nick Moran. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I think this is going to be fun. Judging from the conversation before the camera started rolling, I think it's going to be a fun week. Stephen, stand-ups traditionally do very well on this show. So you're a good quizzer?
No, I'm really bad at pub quizzes. People send me to the bar when the round's on.
OK, that's good.
So I'm really nervous, but I want to do it to prove people wrong.
But what if you prove them right?
I've not thought that far ahead. I've just been channeling spite.
For the first 2 days, we're all going to be behind you, and on Wednesday, we're going to say, nip to the bar, could you, Stephen? Just because... Crystelle, we've seen you be competitive on Bake Off, but that's in your comfort zone.
That's my comfort zone.
Is this your comfort zone?
It's absolutely not. So when I was young, when I was at school, I was really naughty, and so I basically never listened at school. So all that sort of general knowledge that I should have gained at school, I didn't.
OK,
so I've got this sort of missing gap in my brain.
Oh, that's fun. Will your teachers be watching, do you suspect?
I hope not.
Amanda.
Hello.
Lovely to have you here. Now, as you know, someone's winning the trophy at the end of the week, but there are also daily prizes. Would you like to take a look at today's daily prizes?
Yes, please.
OK, let's have a look. Whoever wins today gets to take home one of these. There's a water bottle with a cushion, coasters, the binoculars and the tool kit. Anything there catch your eye?
Well, it's all tickling my fancy, but I think it would be the cushion.
Do you know what? The cushion is one of those ones that everyone who wins it is pleasantly surprised. Bigger than you think.
Oh, how big? Big.
Oh, it's not like 40 foot by 40 foot, but it's, you know...
Not
it's
a
nice.
duvet.
Yeah, it's not a duvet, but it's nice. I think
I'm going
it's a good choice.
cushion.
Nick, what do you fancy?
Well, I think if it says Richard Osman cushion, it's going to be like...
Oh, yeah, exactly. It's life size.
So I think pound for pound, yeah, the cushion's probably the...
Pound for pound, that's what you're going for. And who do you think your biggest competitor will be this week? You look along the line.
The quiz itself.
I was thinking I want to take them all down, get the binoculars, because I've got new neighbours, so they would be fabulous.
Binoculars, absolutely perfect for new neighbours. So you're going binoculars, Crystelle?
Do you know what? I just quite like the water bottle. I thought it'd be quite cool if I was, you know, just out about in the office, you know, whipping out my little Richard Osman's water bottle and showing
Yeah, lovely. Oh, what, this whole thing? Let's do it, shall we?
Yes.
Let's play round one, and today it is... Rhyme time. 2 questions at a time. The answers rhyme with each other. Fingers on buzzers, everybody. Here's the first question of the week. 2019 Danny Boyle film featuring Beatles songs. And what little Miss Muffet is eating in the traditional nursery rhyme?
Oh,
Nick.
Curds and Whey yesterday.
Curds and Whey yesterday?
Guys.
Absolutely right, well done.
Well done.
Very good.
I saw yesterday as well. That's so annoying.
That is annoying. You've probably cooked with curds and whey. Next 2 questions. Who is this? And 2001 film starring Renée Zellweger in the title role.
Oh, no, it's not.
Amanda.
Ignore me completely.
Yeah.
I was just checking the buzzer was working, and it is.
Well, I think it is.
Great.
Hold on, I'm hearing it is working. Yeah.
It is. Excellent. So that was just a road test.
Anyone else fancy?
It's
I tell you.
Clive Mowry, but I can't think of the Renée Zellweger film.
So he thinks it's Clive Myrie. So if you knew the Renée Zellweger film... Stephen.
Clive Myrie, Bridget Jones's Diary.
Yeah! Oh, well done! Well done. Diary. I was just thinking Bridget Jones doesn't rhyme with Myrie.
Clive Myrie.
Of course it's Diary.
I thought it was George Alagaya, Jerry Maguire.
Oh,
that's a better answer.
That's really good. George Alagaya, Jerry Maguire.
I'll use that for
Monday.
another round.
Wow. We're literally only 2 questions in. Let's play the next one, shall we? Gymnast Lewis Smith won 3 Olympic medals on this apparatus. And garden makeover show with Dimmock, Titchmarsh and Walsh. Yes, Amanda.
Pommel horse, garden force.
Oh, it's so close. It's not, I'm afraid. Stephen.
Pommel horse ground force.
Pommel horse ground force is the answer.
I'm going to get you a chopping board.
They call him the thief.
Yeah.
That should be my name.
Yeah, perfect. Unlucky, Amanda. I mean, that's very, very close. Next 2. Who is this? And what is the title of this song? Yes, Amanda.
Vernon Kay, Go Your Own Way.
Vernon Kay, Go Your Own Way.
I just wanted
Absolutely
one
right.
point.
Well done.
Yes.
Fleetwood
I'm
Mac,
happy
Go Your
now.
Own Way. Vernon Kay. Next questions. Teenage diarist in a 1982 Sue Townsend novel. And what is this? Yes, Amanda.
Adrian Mole Profiterole.
Adrian Mole Profiterole. Well played, it is.
Wow.
Here's your next one. Rowan Atkinson's recurring historical sitcom character. And sack-shaped organ in which bile is stored. Yes, Nick.
Blackadder bladder.
Blackadder bladder. Tiny bit more.
Oh, gallbladder.
Yeah, I'll give you that, Nick. Well done. Final question in this round. 80s duo comprising George Michael and Andrew Ridgeley, and son of Barney and Betty Rubble in The Flintstones. Stephen.
Wham, bam, bam.
Wham, bam, bam.
Oh,
Beautiful. What a lovely end to the round. Wham, bam, bam.
Let's get one without help. Thanks, guys.
That is the end of our first round. Let's take a look at our first leaderboard. Crystelle, still to get off the mark. Amanda, Nick, you have 2 points. Stephen Bailey, our early leader, with 3 points. Let's play round 2, shall we? It'll be a pairs game, our first pairs game of the week. What is it going to be? Distinctly average. The player in 4th place gets to choose their partner. Crystelle, today that is you. Who would you like to play this round with?
I'm going to pick Stephen.
That's nice. Crystelle and Stephen are a team.
Oh, yeah.
And Amanda and Nick are a team as well. Tablets out, please, everyone. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. The answers will be a number you have to estimate, and I will take the average of each pair as their answer. Here's your first one. According to an August 2019 Radio Times article, how many deaths had there been on Midsummer Murders up to that point?
Oh, crying out loud.
So, August 2019, how many deaths had there been in Midsummer Murders up to that point?
I was in one. I did.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, yeah.
Were you a killer or a killed?
Well, no, I was wrongly accused.
Yeah.
Thankfully, John Nettles worked it out, and you know, and I was relieved.
Good. That's a real relief, because I think contractually, if he hasn't worked it out, you do have to go to prison.
You do have to go to prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That's why it's such an exciting show.
I just have...
Love a Midsummer Murders. Is everyone in?
Yeah.
Yes.
Stephen, what was your thinking here?
So my thinking was just to go as high as possible.
OK.
And I just remember there being a lot of Midsummer Murders.
Yes.
OK? So I've just gone, and I think it might be a lucky number, I've gone with 214, and I've drawn a love heart and said, please give us a point.
Oh, that's nice.
Love that.
214 doesn't sound crazy. Crystelle, have you gone up or down from that?
I've actually gone slightly higher, but not too far off. I've gone for 300, but I didn't
that's
put any please give us a point, and now I feel like I should have done that.
Someone's getting a point, Crystelle. That's not you. So your average is 257. That doesn't sound crazy. Amanda, what are you saying?
So I have put, and I'm also struggling with the pen, so I apologise for that little 2 in the middle there. I've put 225.
Nick, the only man here who's been in Midsummer Murders.
So, with my little bit of inside information, it was a bit of a shock that I did it 20 years ago.
Has it been going that long?
So I did it. I think I did it in '98, and it was the 2nd season. And so there's been at least 20 years of seasons of between 8 and 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Round about 2 deaths an ep, so I'd say round about 450.
Oh,
Wowzers.
lovely. Let's take a look at your average. 337 and a half.
that
was
would be
that was a
one
good
that-
episode.
Yeah.
So 257, 337. What do you think at home? Nick sounded convincing there, didn't he?
Yeah.
That was a little bit of insider knowledge. Let's find out how many deaths have there been and which team has won the points.
Come on, Stephen.
Oh, God.
350.
I really wrote that.
Amanda and Nick, very, very well played. Very close as your average.
Well done.
The early seasons only had a few episodes, funnily enough, and it was later on they got to more. Very impressive. Here's your next question. How many museums are there in the UK?
No. I'm really bad.
According to museums.co.uk, which I'm minded to think must be about museums.
How many does that website say it's got?
That's the question, yeah. that is the question in the UK.
This is really difficult. I wish I went to more museums.
I'm going to go with gut on this one.
Amanda, what were you thinking here?
I've gone big.
Yeah.
I'm only thinking, you know, just in London itself, there are so many museums in London. And then you've got all the other big cities. But yeah, I've gone high. I've gone 473.
Nick, have you gone up or down?
I've gone massively lower. My thinking is...
More than that.
Good.
No, well, it must be, yeah. There must be, yeah, there must be, like you said. I thought of how many teams there are in the Football League.
Yes.
Because that will be a town or a city, and then I've stuck a bit on the end. So there's logic behind that, but I think I may have failed.
Oh, God, I'm
You're
embarrassed.
saying home of the Darts Museum.
There is a darts museum,
So
and
you're,
it's called this.
your average is 326.5. Stephen, what are you thinking?
OK, so I was just thinking about every town that has a football team. And I went for 148.
You might be right.
Crystelle, you gone big?
I've gone embarrassingly high. And my thought process is that there are just all these little rogue museums, and maybe something is a museum and you don't realise it's a museum. So I've gone for 700.
Yeah, you see...
I think that's low.
There's a museum of witchcraft, which is absolutely fascinating, but it's a tiny, tiny little place that you wouldn't even know was a museum.
Yeah.
I think even that's low. I just think
think
every
so.
time you go to any kind of town, there's always something, isn't there?
Yeah.
I
always
think
got-
you
you've
might
got-
have this.
So your average is 424.
It's actually
They've
not-
got it.
dear.
They've totally got
They've
it.
got this,
don't
yeah.
know.
Sorry about that, Amanda.
Well, let's see. It might be like...
Let's
really
take a look, shall we? How many museums are there and who has got the point? 1,722. Well
I
done.
meant to put a naught.
Crystelle, you got yourself a point.
I can't believe it.
Well done. Well done. And you were closest again. Final question in this round. 1 point for each team so far. How many stairs are there from the ground to the highest habitable level of the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building? Ooh, how many stairs are there?
I mean, this is total guesswork here.
What do you think at home? How many steps are there in the Burj Khalifa? Crystelle,
I've gone for 3,000.
3,000. It doesn't sound a crazy starting.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know,
I
but...
mean, there's a lot, right?
Yeah.
Stephen, up or down from 3,000?
Well, I've gone for 10,000.
Okay.
Oh!
Just because I thought we're going to heaven. So I think it's 10,000 stairs to heaven.
Wow.
1,000 stairs to heaven.
that a song?
Interestingly. It is now.
Yeah.
Your average is 6,500.
I think that might be a good average.
Yeah, it could be.
Nick, what are you thinking here? 12,000. We're going up and up and
Big.
up.
I mean, I've been there, and it is an unbelievable...
It's huge, isn't it?
When you're on one of the skyscrapers opposite and you're looking up like that at it, you realise that's the only... Like you say, otherwise you can't see the top without falling over from the
Yeah. 12,000, says Nick. Amanda, up or down? Yeah.
35.
35,000.
That's a massive average.
That is big.
Yes, it is quite a big average, Nick, and I can only apologise.
No, we might be right.
No, I think
Yeah.
you might be right.
Yeah, I don't know what my thinking is, but yeah, I've gone a little bit over
Yeah,
the top,
I get
haven't
it.
I? But then it is over the top, isn't
Exactly
it? It's the world's
right.
tallest
It's
building.
absolutely huge.
Right.
So your average is
I mean,
Oh, sorry, Stephen. I think one note.
23,000.
OK, it's not so bad
Neither
when
of
you
those
average
answers
it
looks
out.
crazy. What do you think at home? Where are you closest to on this one? Should we find out
Please.
how many stairs are there and which
Should be
team
a
scored the
bit
point?
higher than 15,000.
Oh, my God. Do you know, I must say... You basically got that.
Oh, my God!
Wow, E.
I was right! I can't believe it!
Crystelle, I'm going to give you an extra point for that one.
Oh,
so
my
Stephen, you'll get a
gosh.
point. I'm going to give Crystelle two.
I'm bitterly
close.
disappointed
I
by
did.
that.
The end of our first pairs game. Let's take a look at our scoreboards.
Gosh.
Lovely and close.
How is-
Crystelle,
No,
Amanda,
I
and Nick
can't
have 3
believe
points
it.
each. Stephen Bailey in the lead with 5.
I am shocked. I just want the binoculars.
That's all I'm asking.
I'll take the rest of the
You're
week
going to
off.
do it. Come on. I want to get you those binoculars.
3 rounds to go before we find our first champion of the week. Your next round is the backwards round. In this round, I will ask you all the questions backwards. You must give me the answers backwards. So if I asked your name, you would say Bailey Stephen.
OK, got it.
OK. Buzzers on fingers.
Oh, clever.
Oh, my
Like
gosh.
you
What
did
does that mean?
Question first. Town Scottish witch in university attended William Prince and Middleton Kate. Yes, Amanda.
Andrew's Saint.
Andrew Saint is the right answer. Well played.
Good stuff. Gosh, it's hard.
Question next. Baseball About Film, 1989. Which in Farmer, Iowa, Anne played Costner Kevin? Amanda.
Dreams of Fields.
Dreams of Field.
Wow.
The right answer. Well done.
Wow.
Someone's good at saying things backwards.
Yeah.
Question next. Song this of title thee is what? Amanda.
Tiger of Eye.
It's not, I'm afraid. Very close. Nick.
Tiger of the Eye.
It's not.
Tiger of Eye, the...
Here comes...
Crystelle.
Tiger off either.
No, again.
He's going to do it again.
I mean, we know what the song is.
Oh, I know what it is now.
Yes, Stephen.
Tiger the of Eye.
Is the right answer. Well played.
This is how I like playing the game, you guys. You look do the labour, and I'll get there.
Oh, God, well done. Question next. UK, the in services and goods, many on charge levy, the of name word, 3 the is what? Amanda.
Tax added value.
Tax added value, absolutely. Question next. Song this of title thee is what? That is Crystelle.
Wild. Be. To born.
Wild Bee to Born. Let's take a listen. Absolutely right. Well done. Steppenwolf, Born to be Wild. Wild Bee to Born. Question next. 1876 in patented he which telephone the of invention the with credited is scientist which Edinburgh in born. Nick.
Bear Yogi?
Is not, I'm afraid. Amanda.
Bell Alexander.
Not enough, I'm afraid.
What?
Nearly, but not enough.
Could you do the next bit and then I'll get the point?
Yeah, I know.
Shall I tell you?
Yeah, go on.
Bell Graham Alexander.
Oh,
Alexander
that's
Graham
great.
Bell. Question final. Published B to book Narnia of Chronicles, first the of title
Oh,
the
that's
is
so-
what? I mean, good luck if you go for this.
Published.
I'll give you a bit of leeway if you
Go
buzz
on,
in.
go.
Good luck, Nick.
Wardrobe the... Wardrobe the... And...
Yeah.
Which... And...
Oh.
Oh, no, the...
Oh, Amanda. Listen, full marks for trying. Wow.
Wardrobe, the, and, which, the, lion, the.
Oh, well played, Amanda.
Wow.
Standing, if I may say, on the shoulders of giants as well there.
well done.
Yeah.
Team effort.
That's the end of the round. You'll be relieved
Thank
to hear.
goodness for that.
Let's take a look at our scoreboard, shall we?
Oh,
You will
no.
never see that round again this week.
Oh,
I quite liked it.
2 rounds to go on Monday's House of Games, and here's how we look. Very close. Nick has 3, Crystelle has 4, Stephen has 6. We have a new leader, Amanda Lamb. Amanda. 2 rounds to go. Our next round is... I'm terrible at dating.
gosh, sounds like me.
If you were a lot of confidence from this end of the studio. Tablets out, please. I'm going to tell you a series of events from history. You have to write down the year in which you think they happened, and which whoever is closest gets the point. Here's your first one. The Star-Spangled Banner is officially adopted as the US national anthem. When would that have happened?
Do we just have to get the closest?
Yeah. But yeah, you don't have to get the actual year.
I mean,
I've just put a number down. I think I've gone wrong.
okay.
OK, everybody in. What do you think at home on this one? Stephen, what was your thinking here?
So I had no idea, so I just pulled a number out of my head.
OK.
I'm hoping for beginner's luck, and I've gone with 1948.
1948. Crystelle, where are you
I
going?
genuinely have no clue. I've gone for 1700. I think it might be too early, but...
Yeah, I mean, certainly pre-America.
Oh, good. Well, probably won't be this.
Amanda, what are you saying?
I went for 1927.
1927.
Because I was thinking of the tune
Yeah.
rather than the lyrics, and I was sort of thinking it was quite kind of big bandy. I mean, I've got no Scooby-Doo whether it's right or not, but you know what?
You've got to go on something, haven't you?
Exactly.
Nick, you felt like maybe...
Well, I think it's 18th century. I think I might be a bit early, but it's definitely an 18th century.
Oh, OK. Now I'm not too embarrassed.
1760, says Nick. So we've got 2 20th centuries and 2 18th centuries here. What are we saying? When was it officially adopted as the US national anthem? Who's won the points? 1931.
No.
Wow, Amanda. How
That's a miracle. That's amazing.
It was more the tune.
Yeah, but the lyrics were written 1814, so there were lyrics written nearer U2 and the tune adopted nearer U2. Next question. When did this happen, please? Johann Sebastian Bach presents the Margrave of Brandenburg with 6 now famous concertos. So roughly when was Johann Sebastian Bach knocking about? Crystelle, what were you thinking here?
Well, I was quite embarrassed of saying 1700 in the last round, so clearly on the premise of that, I've gone for 1821.
1821, says Crystelle. Amanda, you've gone later, earlier?
I've gone slightly later, but only slightly later, 1846.
1846, says Amanda. Nick, later, earlier?
Bach was born before Mozart and was a precursor to Mozart. Mozart was around about 1730, so I think that Bach had done this and Mozart used to take the mickey out of it, and I've put 1740.
1740. That sounded good, though. Stephen?
Well, I didn't go with the thought process Nick went with, but I wish I had. So I just went with 1843.
Oh, very close.
How about that? So all very close in the 19th century. Nick, 18th century. Nick's feeling confident.
Look how confident Nick is. He's
Quite
oozing
Let's
it.
take a look. Has Nick won the points? When did this happen? 1721. Well done, Nick.
Wow. Very good.
Yeah, thank you. At last.
Very nicely done. Last question of this round. Euro notes and coins first enter circulation. Where did euro notes and coins first enter circulation?
Gosh, I should know this.
Yeah, that feels
I
like
should know
something
that
we
as
should...
well.
Yeah.
That happened in our lifetime.
I used to love a lira.
Yeah, there were
Millions of them. Millions of lira.
I'm a millionaire, I tell you. What do we think at home? It feels annoyingly gettable, this one, doesn't it? Amanda, what are you saying here?
I have put 1997, partly because I'm trying to think back. I started filming Place in the Sun in 1999, and I'm pretty sure we were throwing Euros around.
Nick, what are you thinking here?
Same sort of ballpark, really.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the first time I went abroad and did a terrible advert and had Euros as per diems was about 94, so I'm thinking it's the year before
there you
that.
go. See, I
interesting.
like his
Interesting,
thinking.
Yeah. Stephen, what do you think?
So when I went on my high school trip to Paris in 1997...
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, I think we had French francs, right?
Wow.
I think.
Wow.
So I actually have a degree in French.
In France.
Yeah, I have a degree in French. And I lived in Perpignan for a year as part of the degree. And I feel like I had Euros then, so I was going between 97 and when I went. So I went with the year Girls Aloud was formed, which is 2002.
Oh, hello, he's gone late. Crystelle.
So my thought process was, well, I just thought I'd go with the year I was born, which is 95.
I mean, seriously, you've got bras older than that.
So we got everywhere from 93. I think I would have gone early 90s as well, but I've slightly been convinced by some of these arguments. 93.
Girls Aloud.
Yours less so.
Thank you.
What do you think at home? Where are you on this? I would have no idea who we're giving a point to here. What's the year and who's won the points?
Can I have 2 points? Can I have 2 points?
You can have 2 points, yeah. 2 points. Honestly, in my head, I was thinking, I was choosing between, like, late 80s and early 90s.
No.
That's amazing.
I'll take the trophy
that
now.
is-
Wow. 2002, Girls Aloud come good
My
again.
mum's going to cry, and thank you, Cheryl Cole. Thank you, Cheryl.
Tablets away, please, everybody. We have 1 round to go, but let's take a look at our final leaderboard going into it. Wow, look at that. Crystelle and Nick
Amanda,
tied in
please
third.
lose.
Stephen and Amanda tied in first with 8 points.
Oh, yeah.
How about that 1 round to go? It is, of course.
Oh, God. This was shot.
Answer smash. Fingers on buzzers, please, everybody. Everyone stood in this. 4 points is absolutely achievable in this round. Point for a correct answer, point off for an incorrect answer. Singers, those will be the pictures, there'll be clues above. Which Australian actor played Naomi LaPaglia in The Wolf of Wall Street? Yes, Nick.
Margot Robbie Williams.
Margot Robbie Williams?
Oh,
That's the right answer. Well done. Margot Robbie and Robbie Williams. Next clue, next singer. Which mouse-like boy is the title character of a 1945 children's book by E.B. White? Nick.
Stuart Little Richard.
Stuart Little Richard. He's on the comeback trail. Absolutely right. Stuart Little Richard. Your next category is condiments and spreads.
Oh, no.
Those will be the pictures. There'll be clues above. In which 90s comedy drama series did David Jason star as Pop Larkin? Stephen.
Darling buds of mayonnaise.
Darling buds of mayonnaise?
Well,
Should I have waited for you to ask me?
Answer.
Should I have
Well
waited for you to ask me?
No, it's OK.
Sorry.
Listen, you're excited.
I got so excited.
Darling buds of mayonnaise. Next condiment or spread. In Guns N' Roses, what instrument does Slash usually play? Yes, Amanda.
Guitar taramasalata. Guitar taramasalata.
Stephen.
Guitata.
Is the right answer. Well done. Guitar tar sauce.
Well done.
Good.
Guitar and tartar sauce. Next question.
I'm on edge.
Which 1997 Quentin Tarantino film starred Pam Grier and Robert Forster? Stephen.
Jackie Brown sauce.
Jackie Brown sauce?
Wow.
That's the right answer. Well done.
Condiments.
Jackie Brown. 3 out of 3 on condiments from
Well
Stephen Bailey. Next category. We're done for the day. We're done for the day.
Dark horse.
Your neighbours are not going to be happy.
That's Stephen won those binoculars. So Stephen's
hope
neighbour's
so.
going to be shutting the curtains. Let's find out, shall we? Our first champion on this week's House of Games is Stephen Bailey with 11 points.
I never win anything.
Well
Thanks,
done.
guys.
Let's take a look at your prizes. So which of these are you taking, Stephen?
I'd like the binoculars, please,
Going with the
Richard.
House of Games binoculars. Very well played.
Oh, good stuff. That was so good.
It's going to be a close week, though, I think. Let's take a look at our
really?
first weekly leaderboard.
I'm exhausted.
Steve, I know. You've got to do it again tomorrow. Stephen up the top there with 4 points. Amanda has 3, Nick 2, Crystelle 1. Loads of time still to go this week. That was great fun. Thanks ever so much. Shall we do it again tomorrow?
Yes, please.
Excellent. See you then, or see you then as well on the House of Games.
That's going to be so great. I've got this really handsome neighbour and I'm trying to figure out his life choices.
Ah.